times of Yahweh are based on these agricultural festivals. So if we begin to learn that, and then you can understand then that everything begins in the first month, the beginning of the year, with the barley being in the green. Because there's going to have to be an offering of the first fruits of the barley, okay, during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. In order for that to occur, then there has to be barley ripe, for the harvest. Okay. Again, the word teruah means an awakening blast. In 1 Thessalonians, go to 1 Thessalonians 4. In verses 16 and 17. It says, for Yahweh himself, the Lord, and that's what they say in that English thing, is the Lord, right? But remember, if you go back to Encyclopedia Americana, you'll find that in every place in the New Testament where they use this same the Lord, just like they do in the Old Testament, the actual rendering from the original Hebrew text was Yahweh. So Yahweh himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of Elohim, and the dead and the Mashiach will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahweh in the air, and thus we shall always be with Yahweh. Again, when we begin to look at it, going back to the Hebrew, what it actually says, it tells us who Yehoshua is. Is Yehoshua Yahweh? When Messiah Yehoshua was here, did he not say, unless you believe I am, you will die in your sin? Why it's important to understand that the name Yehoshua means Yahweh is deliverer. And we look to him as a deliverer. We know that he's going to come back and his feet are going to touch down on the Mount of Olives, right? And in the book of Zechariah, when it talks about his feet touching down on the Mount of Olives, what is his name in that book? Yahweh. Okay. So who is this? Okay. Go to 1 Corinthians 15. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, in verse 51, he says, behold, I tell you a mystery. That word mystery there is not the word mysterion like it is most places, or for mystery or something like it, but it's the Greek word sod, like S-O-D. And I didn't write down the number, so y'all just have to look that up. But that particular word there means deeper spiritual meaning. And then he says, we shall not all sleep. Means we're not all going to die. But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. Now I wonder why Paul would refer to the last trump. You see, we know what idiomatic expressions are, okay? And throughout the Hebrew literature history, first trump and last trump were becoming, idiomatic expressions for the Feast of Shavuot and the Feast of Yom Teruah. So he said, at the last trump, for the trumpet, the shofar will sound, and the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Okay, you can read the rest of this, but we're getting the concept here of what the Scripture says concerning first trump and last trump. Okay? So there's what's known as three great trumps or trumpets of Yahweh's plan. And they mark major events. The first trump is associated with Shavuot. Okay? And let's go to Exodus 19. I guess